What is up, my string beans, and welcome back to another episode of ATM10 to the skies. Here we're just hanging out in my garden, got my zombie head on today, and yeah, let's talk about Oratech. Let's talk about this wonderful mod real quick. So last episode we did Oratech. We tackled all the orange multi-block goodness, and in between episodes, well, I said at the end of it, I said that I was going to redo like the system, and I was going to set up something that was similar to this right here. Basically, meaning that I was going to have one extended or one like pattern provider, and then a bunch of machines around it, and that's exactly what I did. I'll go ahead and show you now. I do have the extended pattern provider right here, and then I have all four centrifuges around, and I try to keep it compact, like each like machine. Try to keep them compact so that I could like fit all of them, and that's why like I do have room to put add-ons on the back right here, but I'm not going to do that because I just want them to stay like this. And then every single one of my like little setups here, I have camo blocks, and I'm hiding modular routers above like each one. So this one is for these guys, this one's for these ones, and these two are for this. And you can you can see you can see the modular routers when you hold a camo block in your hand, which you can see this is camel from the mod camel, and and all they're doing is eat. Oh my god! Hold on one second. I have like a whole colony of frogs just living inside my throat. Um, so it's like really simple. I have each one set to like the distributors, but I am like selecting the bottom. Oh my god, my cat is trying to ruin everything. Um, they're collecting from here and sending it directly back into the pattern provider, and so that's how I'm getting like all my items. Same thing goes with all of my assemblers, and I was able to design it in such a way where again I could keep it pretty compact. Same thing with this one. So yeah, I have the assemblers. This one is like the crusher, more or less, the fragment forge. Here's the foundry. This one's for like alloying. And then I just have a singular atomic forge, which sometimes this becomes the bottleneck, but that's all right. It's not too important. And then we have the refinery. We got this bad boy refinery going on as well, and this is how like I get my naphtha up and the biofuel and stuff like that, but mainly just the naphtha because that's what's like being used in all the other crafts. And then there's even a couple crafts that the refinery uses to get certain items. Like one second, let me see. This one, like the reinforced carbon sheet, that's how you get that, which of course uses naphtha. So the recipe that we're using is somewhere. It's like the biofuel. Yeah, biofuel mixed with this catalyst is going to get me diesel and light naphtha. And I have a shit ton of diesel just sitting in here, but it's garbage. I don't use it. And then the most important part, um, excuse me, the most important part that we have of Oratech is this guy, and it's my cybernetic augmentation chamber, and and I wanted to go ahead and show you this. Just one second. What's up, doggy? What can I do for you? I think I'll use the power of splicing one more time because I do have to go downstairs real quick because I do have to let my dog out. He's a dog and he comes up and he says, "Please, father, please may I go to the restroom?" And I'm like, "You know what? You're a good boy. Yeah, we'll take you out." So, through the power of splicing, we will stop right here real quick. And just like that, we're back from my dog's poopy adventure. Anyway, so let's continue on with this augmentation center. So when you make it, you have to make these three add-ons, these three specific add-ons. They're called stations. They're one's called cybernetics, one's called quantum, and the other one's arcane. And so you have to make these three so that you are able to access like all of the other, or so that you can access like all these different ones. So you can see that this requires a cybernetic research station. This one requires a quantum one, and this one over here requires arcane. So like in order for you to get all of those, you need to have these stations attached to them, and you have to build their multi-block little modules that you have to attach to the sides, and then you can just slap like power on top of it anywhere and get it going. So pretty much what you do here is that you have this like open spot and you can walk into it, and everything that's in red I currently have already, so like I can remove them. Um, if it's green, it means I've researched it, but I don't have it like equipped. And then purple means that I haven't researched it yet. And then these are things that are grayed out because I haven't gotten there because I have to actually follow the path. So I definitely spent a lot of time to sit here and upgrade all these, because you can see that they take like a lot of resources. So in order to like research the portal, for instance, I need to have all these materials, which I just so happen to have right here. So I'll just go ahead and show you like how that is. So you have the resources right here, and then it says how much it's going to cost in terms of power. So that's why you have to make sure to power it. And then you just go ahead and research, and you see that the arcane station is researching something. So if I didn't have like all of it complete, you can come over here and be like, oh, let's research this one because it requires cybernetics. So you can research 3 different things at the same time. It just takes like I said, the different stations will be working on it. But then that's not all. Once you research it, it unlocks like the next one, and you can keep going. But to like install it on yourself, you can see that like I said, the green one means that I have researched it. But now, in order to install it on me, I need magnetic coils and copper. So you can't see that I can install it. So if I were to grab coil and copper, I can now see that I can install this magnet. So sure, let's install the magnet. And then the default hotkey, I believe, is G. So if you hold down G, you can see that you have all these different things, and this is all Aurotech. So I have, let me walk in here real quick. I have like miniaturizing and gigantism on me. So what I can do is if I hold down G and I go miniaturize, and you just like hover over it. It's just one of those things. You don't have to click or anything. You just hover over it and you'll miniaturize, and then normal, gigantism, whatever. And then here's like the cloak ability. So you can turn these things on and off. You can turn the magnet on, off. You can turn on this step assist. I also have like really far reach, which I'm gonna turn off because it's been fucking me up. Hyper mining speed. But yeah, you can turn on and off all these like little things that you got going on here. Let's see if this thing is done. 30 more seconds, and then we can check out what this like portal thing is. But most importantly, we can continue furthering on this path right here. But yeah, that's pretty much Aurotech. It's a really cool multi-block building kind of sciencey mod. Lots of little factory things going on, and I love just seeing everything working. So like if I were to say that I want 100 of these, you will get all these machines going. So you see that we're making some plastic here. Here we're building up some flux gates. Over here we were like crushing some things. But yeah, just all the machines kick into action, and they make really cool sounds. The multi-blocks move around. I really like it. One last time. Oh, here's even the refinery working. I think it's making naphtha, but we'll get into here one last time. So I need crying obsidian and ender pearls. Cry. And let's install it. And I'm gonna need 64 thrusters. I know for a fact that thrusters take like for fucking ever. So let's just go ahead and start that up, and then like piss off. So what does this portal do again? I suppose I should probably read it. What do you do? Charges in wormhole generator station coordinates. Creates return portal to the enhancement station. Oh. Oh. So it just literally teleports you to here. That's pretty cool. All right. I could definitely use that. Okay, so let's get into the actual like today's episode. So as I continue to look at the star, um, we look at like how I could just freaking autocraft that thing, that one. A little bit of Forbidden Arcanus. We'll get into that in a bit. This thing I'll have to figure out how to make that guy. But as far as this goes, autocraft a lot of this stuff. So there's actually additions that we need to get into. Um, there's Ars Nouveau that we have to get into, Draconic Evolution, all these other items. It looks like I could just autocraft them. Even the actual Ender Star here. So it's Draconic Evolution, Ars, actually additions from this previous guy right here. This one's just easy. This one I can make all these. I need to get into just dire things, making the paradox machines. Here we did Oratech. We can make all these things, and we can make the Mega, and get a little bit into Ender IO, I guess. Some mechanism, RF tools, and then I believe I can actually just make this whole thing because I can make the superconductor. Oh, this one I'm gonna need. Okay, so I need to get a little bit into more mechanism. But you can see that we're pretty much almost there. It's just like some of the annoying things. So I think for today, what we'll work on, I kind of did have a few things here. I think I want to work on the just dire things part too, where I'm going to be automating, I'm going to be automating the stuff and things. So we're gonna automate. I think I did say that we were gonna do like some Ars Nouveau, but fuck you, Ars. I don't want to do that. We're gonna work on the automating of some just Dire's nonsense. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that right here. Right here is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna work on just Dire's today, and it's not gonna be too much. It's actually gonna be really simple. What we're gonna need is some clickers. We're gonna go advanced clickers. We're gonna go two advanced breakers because I have done this in the past. What's wrong with these? What's wrong with your NBT data? Can you guys stack for me yet? Nope. Okay. So I have done this in the past, and it's relatively easy. It is messing a lot with just Dire's blocks though. So we're gonna need block placers. Yeah, because what we're gonna be needing is we need this ember block. You know, that's what's for the philosopher's fuel. And in order to get the Eclipse Ember, we have to be putting a whole Void Flame coal block to be upgraded. And then it's just going to be a nesting recipe of, in order to get Void Flame, we have to create a whole Void Flame coal block to get upgraded, which requires Blaze Ember, which requires so on and so forth. So what we're going to do here, we'll have a clicker. So we're going to go, we'll do two of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a clicker. I just now have to think about how I want to set this up to where it's going to be pretty. I guess we could do something like this. And we're going to have our clickers. You're going to you're going to be clicking on that, and you're going to be clicking on this one. So we should be able to see that if we give these guys some skull. Oh, whoops. No, I need you to right click. Hold on, let me see. It did in fact work. So you can see that it like activated it, which that's what I need, but I need you to not like place the blocks on top of him. Can you just left click? Oh, hold on. Let me give you some power. And I forgot what the like thing is. Left click, right click. I forgot like how the setting I need to get it to be. We right click it. What if we sneak right click it? Nope, that puts it on top. That's not what I wanted at all. What if we just want you to left click? No, you need to right click, but like once. Right click, target block. Oh, no, we don't need you to sneak. See, I need you to stop doing that. So what if we do you up? Are you targeting your up? Okay, that works. So we'll target up. Put that there. And you should be targeting block, right click. Okay. So that will keep it constantly like ready to go. And then we set up some block breakers. And what these guys will be doing is we're going to be breaking all of the we're obviously breaking blocks, you know. So we're going to go like that. And then this block breaker will do the same. -1. Offset right there. Okay. So that's what the block breaker will do. But what we will have is that... Oh, so now we also need block placers. Let's get some block placers. We're just going to have all of the machines right here. I actually want them like this. So now the block placer, we're gonna have it set up and be the same exact area. But what we're gonna do here is have some trap doors. We're just gonna put like some trap doors so that it doesn't place it in these corners. There we go. Block placer is set. Let's set up a block placer going on in here. Oh, wrong way. And right there. Okay, block placer. And we're just going to have a billion ender gates. Because ender gates are the best. So, how this should work. Let's make sure that that's in there. And we're going to set real low. Real low. So that you're constantly doing stuff. And then let's get some Eclipse pickaxes. With some fortune. Let's look at the books that we have here. Unbreaking, Mending, Efficiency, Fortune. Fortune? Sure. Sure, whatever. And then, So we do need to put that the block breaker needs to be having a certain allow list, that it'll only be breaking stuff from just dyers. So we need to look at these crystals. So we're gonna be breaking primal coal, that guy, that guy, that guy, and also the ferrocore. Well, also the ores is what I meant to say. So we gotta say that we want all the coal. Then we want all of what? All of the actual ores and stuff like that. So that way, when I give it power, it's not going to break the Shadow Pulse goo. Nice. And then we're also going to need item collectors, right? Because it's going to break it and it's going to shit it out into the world. Or no, I don't. I can just set it up with a teleport. Yeah. So if we set up this little guy right here, and we go back to just our things, and we look at the drops teleporter, which I feel like we make enough of. So we'll just go ahead and do this. Let's put a billion patterns back in there. Come down here and say, here you go, buddy. And give me 2 of these. And obviously we're missing obsidian, because my dumbass, I have not set up making the obsidian yet, and I know it's literally like the easiest thing that I could do. But, you know, I just be that lazy, bro. And then let's use a portal. Portal. So get all that in there and go back to making 2 of these guys. And I think it's a smithing. Yeah. So now we do that one. Oh, did I not grab the other one? Hold on, let me see. Come here, you. That goes in there. Okay, so now we have the teleporting capabilities. And we're going to say 1 teleports in there and 1 teleports in there. So now we have the block placer, and let me show you. If I were to grab this, and then that, and you, why aren't you breaking? Raw primal coal. Break that raw primal coal, you. What is wrong with you? What's wrong? Why don't you want to break that? Advanced block. You're a block placer. Both of you are block placers. You're all block. Oh, god damn it. Block. I need block breakers. Advanced block breakers. Okay. Let's try that again. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Okay, block breakers. So let's try this again. We're going to say, where are my crystals? We want these, that. We want to break all these things. We're going to do it really fast, and then we have to render that you want to go over here. Okay, thank you. And you're going to break these blocks. And you have no power. Beautiful. That's how I expect you to work. And the primal coal goes in there. Okay, so then we'll see that it's just going to keep doing that. Okay. So now let's change this one. You're going to break it real quick. The problem with this one though is that when you set it up in applied energistics, it's, let's see, accept block break that and put you right there. Allow. Oh, hold on. I have to change this. Yeah, when you put it in applied energistics, it's not an exact number. Look at that. Now we're getting all that primal coal. So perfect. But yeah, when you put it in applied energistics, it's not going to be like an exact number per se of like, oh, one block of coal is going to equal X amount of, primal coal, because it is based off of like it's a fortune based thing. So you have to like undercut it a little bit. But this is pretty much what we're going to be doing. Try to get like some primal coal. So actually what I need to do is like I need to do one little test run. I need to set up like a wireless guy. Let's set up the good old usual BDP, a wireless thing, some cables. We'll do white and the gray. We don't need those anymore. We don't need these block placers. And we need memory card and this thing. Because I think the nearest like wireless is this thing, but this shouldn't be a thing. This is nothing. I gotta like fix whatever the fuck that thinks it is. So let's do. Oh my god, I'm just breaking things too fucking fast. Let's set up a little wireless guy. And we'll just bring it all the way over here. So first things first, we have to set up the wireless. So we right click that guy, come over here and find a wireless one that's not taken up. So 2 channels, 1 channel, 0 channels, that one. We're running out. We're running out of little wireless guys. So now we hook up the wireless one there. And now we are connected to our P2P network. So we will now set up a P2P. And let's get, where's my little entrance in here? Let's find one that's not all combobulated. Let's go like that one. And there you go. So now we'll do, well, how do we actually want to set this up? Because how would I like these items distributed? Probably set it up to a modular router, which puts half over here and half over here. We could do that. We could put up some more modular routers. I love modular routers. And we'll put the modular routers right here. So we're going to say a modular router goes right there. And let's get all the usuals. We need speed. We need stack stuff. A distributor. This guy. Sender and pullers. So do the good old usual 3 like that. So when items come into here, I want to equally distribute them between the block placers, and it's going to go distribute round robin, transfer out of router. Okay, that's easy. I'm going to distribute it out. And then I think that's it. All we need is that a pattern, a pattern a pattern provider goes on the back of it saying that like all the coal goes in there to make the stuff, and then it gets put in here and it gets broken and then it comes back. So then what I need is a modular router that gets all the usual upgrades, and we need to say that we're going to pull from this chest. Excuse me, cat. You're in my way. I love you. Please go right there. We're going to pull from that chest. Yep, just pull everything. And then we're going to send it all back into the pattern provider. So send into the pattern provider. And we put that right there. And there you go. There goes all my stuff. So now we can make a pattern. Well, hold on. Let me take this puller out because I need to run a test. And I'm going to run a test of 16. So we're going to see what 16 gets us. And then we'll run like 2 tests, I guess. Okay. So 16 gets us 56 on that test. And let's do another test. Block placer. Gets us 58. You know what? Let's just go one more time. Or, well, 2 more times on each side. So that we can get an average. 58. And let's just do the same side again. Doesn't really matter. And 56. So I'm going to say that it's going to get us 55. So if we say... So the pattern that we're going to put is that 16... No, right here. I need 16 gets me 50... Whoa! Gets me 55. That's the pattern that I want. And so then if I come over here, let me give that pattern. We will now go that okay. And then the next thing we got to do is make the recipe to combine these. And we'll just keep on going. So now let's get 45. Let's get if I want to say that I want a whole stack of these, so I need 19 more. Why did it not? No, I want you to round robin, you little fuck. Distributor mode. Yes. Round robin. To both of these, please. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I have the stack. So I'm going to manually grab these ones and put them over here. And let's see about us getting our primal coal. Just listen to those wonderful sounds. So why are we not getting... Oh, because I... whoops. So let's put this back in there. And we got ourselves 19. Look at that. And we still have 64 left over. So that's To me, that's pretty good. So now I want to do the same exact test. So let's pull out the puller, and we're gonna test turning it into primal. Or the next step. So 16 again turned into that. Let's keep going. Cat, you're pissing me off. Go over there. You're over here messing with my shit. Knock down my little clock. 59. $59. See, it's not an exact science. You gotta play around with it a little bit. And 55. So there's that 55 that I wanted to see. So now we're going to say that 16. Where are you at? 16 primal coal gets me 55 of these. And that's the pattern that we want for this guy. And then we want to turn these into this, and we want to teach it that recipe. Because again, we're still nesting upwards. We must nest up. So now, in order to get a whole stack of this, we need, I don't know. I don't want to do math. We'll do like 40. But this needs a puller upgrade. Let's stand back a little bit. So it has to make all of that primal coal so that it can make the primal coal blocks, because it knows that 16 blocks will turn into this, which if I'm asking for 40 of these, that's how the math works. So let's do this again. And there's my 40 blocks. Damn it, where did they fucking go? Right here. Look, and we have 78 and 30 left over, but that's fine because it'll just like roll over into the next thing. So now we have to do pretty much the same exact thing. We're going to say we're going to run the math again. No, that's okay. It's the only. See, that one made me 32. So that's the weird part. Huh. I think we'll still do. Something's a little funky here. I think we'll still do the 55. So now we can get this void guy. Oh, we need to teach that recipe. Void flame. And in fact, since we're here, eclipse. So then we'll do the same exact thing that 16 of the blaze turns into 55 void flame. And then, you know what? We'll just go ahead and do the same exact thing, that 15 of those turns into 55 of this. And our coal should be automated. So then, if we were to say that we want 2 of these, and there's our Eclipse Ember. There we go. So we have that part of just our things automated. I suppose I could probably do a 5th one like on top. I don't know how I would do that without the block placer putting them, like all over the place. I could do like another block placer. Oh, and one more thing that I have to do is also make sure that these guys are getting their outputs. I need to come over here, and you guys need export. You guys are called export buses. I need to do export buses on these guys and make sure that they're chock full of the Eclipse. Or not Eclipse, the Skulk. So we say, fill you with Skulk, fill you with Skulk. Put a little anchor to make me feel better, and you can see that got refilled with Skulk. And this guy is getting some Skulk. There you go. And we could probably do the same thing for like the ferrocore and all that stuff, but we'll do that. I mean, I guess we could do that now. And it's really simple setting up. Well, then I have to figure out like what the numbers are because again, it's a weird number game. Setting up some Just Dire stuff. And then we'll go into the next section of Just Dires where we need to. Dior is done. Ancient Debris. Nice. Good job. We need the. Oh my God! Get out of here. We're gonna need the Paradox Machine, which means we need time crystals. Which that one. So the time crystals again. I've set it up before, and it's not too bad. Some stuff we're gonna need. We're going to need fluid. No, we're going to need advanced swappers. We're going to need a couple swappers. Oh, we're also going to need detectors, I believe they're called. Simple swapper, player access. Sensors. We need advanced sensors. Okay, so let's get some sensors. Simple sensor. Let's get. Oh man. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna get into setting up the ore. So let's get some fucking gold. Let's get some diamond. Let's get iron and netherite, I believe. Block of netherite. Give me that. In that order. So we will see. Let's see what 16 gives us. Pull that out. Speed this up. So 16 again gives us 54. Let's see. Let's get back a little bit. 53. 55. Are we going to put that you equal 55, or are we going to put that you equal like 54? 54. We're going to put that you equal 53. Okay, so the pattern that we're looking for here is that iron Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay, right here. That equals that. And then I think we just know how to, no, okay. So then our next thing we got to do is smelting. So we're going to set up 4 of these for our 4 furnace setups right here. And then we can travel back here and say, hey, that's how we get the ferrocore. And then so now let's check gold. And this is going to be blaze gold. And while we do this, we have to also set up a recipe of cooking the blaze gold because we don't have that. Furnace 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put these guys over here. And we got 54 as usual. Is it going to be the same thing? Is it going to be the same thing as the ferrocore? And it's just going to be 53? I might as well. Oh, here we're yielding some better stuff. I think I still might do 53 because in the end, all it's going to do is just make it to where I don't have to do that many because I'll have like leftover. Okay, we'll do gold. Clear all this. 16 of that equal 53. So now we're good on blaze gold. And then the Celesta gem. Oh, one thing we do have to cook up. So we don't have to cook Celesta gem. It comes just like that. But we do need to cook the void guy. So 4 more recipes. And tell you all how to cook it. And then we do some of this. 57. We'll only do 2 tests. See, there's 52. So that's like I said, it's really weird. So we'll just go ahead and do that. 16 equals 53 of these. And let's move on to our last test. For this guy. Plus, doing all this, we're getting all the actual materials. $56. Okay, one more test. Just to make sure. $58. Yep, you're just gonna be 53. You're gonna be okay. 16 of these equal 53. Okay, so now we can put all this shit back. Let me through. There we go. And this is in order. Sweet. So now just making all that, I should have like a lot of the items. So let's go ahead and make those. So we need some sensors. Then we're also going to need the swappers. Let's make like 10 swappers. I don't think I'm going to need modular routers, but I am going to need some energy transmitters. We'll do energy transmitters, no routers. Don't need these. I don't think I need this stuff. Means I don't need this guy. I don't need that. Oh no, my memory card. Hell yeah. That thing rules. Oh, I don't. You know what I don't? I messed up. I messed up my puller. Pull from here. There we go. So, let's talk about this time crystal. So, first of all, we need to get a budding amethyst, a whole ass budding amethyst. Whole ass budding amethyst, and we'll start with that. Let's get a whole ass budding amethyst. I believe it was a ×2. I'll grab a ×1 just in case. There you go. So the whole idea of the time crystal is that it has to travel around through all these different dimensions. And in order to do that, we are going to be using a advanced swapper, which is basically just like a little teleporter. It's you link them together and they teleport shit around. I forgot how you link them. Okay, so here's my budding amethyst. So we first have to start off with a budding time crystal, and what we do is we get that and we put it next to some shadow posts, and we'll get the budding time crystal block. So let's put that here. Speed that up. And here's this budding time crystal block. I don't think I need silk touch. I guess I lied. I guess you do need silk touch. So let's try that again. I think I have a pickaxe with silk touch. Fortune, silk touch. So then we'll get the sand 1x again. And put that in here. So yeah, we're going to be using a combination of sensors, the swapper. We also want some growth accelerators so that we can make it grow real fast. Come on, baby. Okay, let's try this again. Put that there. Speed this bad boy, this bitch, this bad boy. And then using Silk Touch. I guess the fuck not. Okay, let me try. Let me try this thing again. Ah, what is going on? Sand. We're going to set something up here. So I actually want it to be here. So I'm going to set this guy up, give him some skulk, and then I'll place the time crystal right there. Because I was just gonna like move it where I wanted it, but this is being weird. So we're gonna do this. Oh, we're also gonna need a block breaker, not placer. We're gonna need a breaker. Then we're also going to need since we're breaking stuff, we need a pickaxe. Grab that. Let's try this again. Put you where I want you. Okay. But God damn it, it went too fast. But there were some particles that you were seeing. And so the thing about this budding time crystal is that it wants to go to all the different dimensions, which is the overworld, the end, and the nether, and it wants to absorb like the atmosphere of it, and it'll change, and then you have to move it. So what we're going to be doing here is setting up a sensor. This is where the swapper will go, and this is where the breaker will go. So what we're going to be doing here is sensing. Oh, actually, we should probably put these together. Boop, boop. So we want to say that we want to sense. We want to say that our sensing will be this block. We want to sense this guy. So we want to sense the time crystal. This is called a budding time crystal. Yeah, we want to sense a time crystal, but we want to sense it when it reaches stage 2. So hold on, let me press O. No, that. Oh, what have I done? Shift O. How do I make this go away again? Let me see. Category JEI. I want to hide Control O. So if I Control O, there we go. So that's what I want to do. Okay, so we're gonna right click on this, and in the sensor, only the sensor gives you this capability to like sense certain things, more or less NBT data of certain blocks. So we want to sense that it's at stage 1, and when it's at stage 1, hold on, let's do some redstone, and let's also give this shit some power. Okay. So when it's we're looking, there we go. So that's what we're looking for right there. Because we are looking specifically for a stage 1, we could see this, but if I were to say that we're looking at stage 2, see how it's not lit up? So we want it to specifically know that we are at stage 1, which means it's turned into this form. So then it's going to send a redstone signal, and that's what we want to do. And the redstone signal, let's go ahead and change this to deny real quick so that we're not sending redstone signals. Let's get back my JEI. So we want to send it to a swapper, and we're going to say, hey, swapper, you just now received a redstone pulse. How do we bound these guys again? How do we bind you? Is there a card? Machine settings copier. I know there's a book for just Iris things. In fact, there's a whole ass fucking thing here. I wonder if it goes on about time crystals or pocket generator machine settings. That's not what I want. I don't think this is going to give me the thing that I'm looking for. What if I just look at the actual fuck. The advanced swapper. It just says cool, make it. What if I look at the book that Just Dire Things actually has? And let's go to the swapper. Okay, what do you want? Main feature. When bound to another swapper, how do I bind it? When bound to another swapper, the radius settings will replicate. If you change the radius, it'll copy to its partner. The advanced. A ferrocore wrench. Right click the first swapper, then second. So that's how. See, why can't you just say that, you know, in the other one as well? Okay, so now that we have this wrench, We have, you're a detector, you're great. What we want to do is we want to grab... Nope. We're going to What are you doing, Jack? We're going to be having a... We're going to have a boosted growth accelerator, and we're also going to have a directional. And what we'll do here is we're going to set up this little doohickey guy. Actually, we don't need that. So all we need is that we're going to swap this. And let's turn off the render. And we're going to power these two with an energy transmitter. So let's see here. I just need like some normal dirt blocks. Let's go like this. And we're going to power. And come over here. Like that. There we go. So you're going to power those. Let's get underneath you. We don't need our clipboard. We already know what we're doing for today. And get some ender gates. Okay, okay. You guys are doing great. No particles. Eat shit. And we don't need that. Okay, so we're all set up here, I believe. So now we have to go to the nether. Find it, Jack's just hanging out. Fuck you, dude. So let's go to the nether. And we're going to set up a similar thing here. Let's get some netherrack, set up a derpy little platform. Okay, we'll set it up right here. And we're going to say that there's an advanced swapper right here. And we want the things to go... Hold on, let's go like that, and then we offset it. Nope, back this way. We're going to offset it right there. So it's going to place it all right there. And then, wait, no. Hold on. Because we need a swapper to receive it. So let's put you offset over here. So this swapper is going to receive it, and then we need another sensor, because like we said, when it arrives... Hold on, let me put a little dirt block. That's going to be the time crystal. When it arrives here via the receiver, it needs to sit and like take in the atmosphere. So then we want the sensor to see our little crystal. We're going to say, come on, come look at our little crystal. And we're going to say that we want to look at you. Control O. And stage 1 means that it absorbs the overworld. So it'll be sent here. And once it absorbs the nether, it'll go to stage 2. So once it absorbs it and it becomes stage 2, we want to send a signal. Yeah, we want to send a signal to another block placer. Ah! Where this block placer will then grab this and send it to the next area. So we need to set up an energy transmitter to make sure that when it arrives, when the crystal arrives, we are able to provide the accelerators. Whoops, that's not. We want to be able to provide the accelerators with power. So that's what we got going on here. And then the next thing is, so in fact, let's set that up right now. Where's that book? How do you want me to set it up? Then use it. Right click the first swapper, then the second. So the first swapper and then the second. Let's go home. So right click the first swapper. Oh, this is the, okay. Right click the first swapper. And then we come over here to the second one. Look, I'm so tiny. Right click the second one. And we see that it is in fact bound. Okay. So now we need to go back and make sure all these have powers. Because I need a receiver swapper and then a sender swapper. So if I now go to here, and it is in fact in this stage now, I can do that. This guy is going to allow, and it, you piece of shit. No, I did it wrong. Okay, so you need to send, let's go deny real quick, and we're going to send that. Okay. You know what? That's fine. But you saw that it sent it. So then if we go back over here. We should see that it's right here. And it should be absorb it. Yeah, you see like these little orange particles and everything? It's very slight. Right there. There's some right now. It is in fact absorbing. So we will see that this, when this turns orange, I believe it is, you'll see that this will emit a redstone signal, which is good because that means that it'll send it to this advanced swapper. So we let it take its sweet old little fucking time to absorb up this guy, and that's why. What? Why are you? It's not at all what I wanted. You need to be this way. Okay. Why did you get weird? Why did that other one get weird? But yeah, this is why I want to send the growth accelerators with it, because it's taking forever. In fact, I can go ahead and, oh, so there you go. See, it just made a redstone signal, and so now it wants to send it to the next spot, which is going to be in the end. So let's go ahead and get our little happy asses to the end. And we're going to set up a singular chunk so that we could do some stuff. Let's grab ourselves an angel block and, of course, a whole bunch of endstone. Because you build with endstone. We're going to go, like, out here. And let's look at some chunks. And we're going to go right here and say, this is my chunk, no one else's. Let's go to claim chunks, claim this one, and keep it loaded. Because this is all we need, is just this one chunk. All right. So let's have, this will be, hold on, let's get a little piece of dirt. And this will be our receiver. This will be our sender. And this is our sensor. So first things first, let's get our sensor set up. And we need -1. Okay, so our sensor, we are looking for this. but we are specifically going to be looking for it to be so this one is that it took in all the overworld and then we send it to the nether. And this one is now in the overworld and it sucks in all of that and then it becomes stage 3, I believe it is. Yep. So we're sensing for stage 3. And let's put some ender gates on all of you. Oh, one last thing. We need a guy right there. Let's get real small. Ender it up. Get normal size. Make sure that you are powering the growth accelerators. Okay. You're going to be powering the growth accelerators. You're going to be looking for that. You're the receiver. So I want the receiver to receive it in this location. Right there. You're going to receive it in this orientation. And then my sender is going to be sending back. My sender is going to be sending that. And let's double check that I didn't fuck some dumb shit up. Okay. Let's get you guys some permanent power, and then you're the power there. Okay. Whoops. So actually, what we're going to do here, I'm going to set up a waystone right here, and this is stringer time crystal. All right. So now if we go, now we need to set up this stuff with the ferrocore. Let's keep you on a deny for now. I have to like double check everything here. I don't want particles. So this is the receiver, and you're receiving right here. So let's go to the end, or let's go to the nether. Don't make those sounds. I should probably just set up an actual waystone. So this is the sender. We are going to do... Let's bring you all down. Yeah, bring you all down. So we're going to do that this guy... is now going to go to this guy. Okay. So with that in place, we should now be able to turn on. I'll set up a waystone here in the nether, because this is, having to travel like this is dumb. Put you right here in your stringer time crystal nether. So now we should see that if all this is set up, I see that both of these are bound, because this is the receiver and it received here, and then this is the sender, it's going to send it to the end. So if we turn this to a accept list, it should send it. Nice. So now we go to this one, and it should be here, absorbing all the stuff. Ooh, but we don't want it to be... Okay, so we want you to be stage... Not stage 1. Oh, hold on. Allow list. You need to be stage 3. Let's do... This is time crystal. Time crystal end. Perfect. There we go. So then we set up... Now we set up a receiving one in the overworld. So let's go home. Set up a little guy like this. Hell yeah, man. So let's set up a dude here, and you are going to be placing. Nope. Nope. Oh fuck. There you go. So now this is the receiver that will place it right here. So now, if we go back here, we're going to go back to the end, and we're going to say deny for now, and we're going to say that this one sends to this receiver, and we go back real quick to the end. And right now it's not going to send it because I have it on deny. But once I say go for it, oh, that's not right. Let's try that again. Let's match these guys up. Where did you go? Whoops. Oh, did you send? Oh, did you get sent off? Okay, you need to be on allow stage 1. And then we go to the nether. And you're allow stage 2. What are you doing, buddy? So, what if we break this? And now that we have everything set up, what if we do it again? We're going to do it again, but this time it's going to send the growth accelerators and everything. So it should come to us very quickly. Let's set up a little shadow pulse. That's going to go right here. Go grab some skulk. Say grow. Whoops. Come back up here. And we do have the power set up to power all those. All right. I don't know how fast this is going to be. Why did it not send off? Does it not want to send these? No, this is the receiver. Did you... You piece of shit. Why are you not... Oh my god. What if I give it a pulse? Send that, please. Thank you. Now I have to chase it. Okay, let's go to the nether. Are you here? No, you're... That's not right. Why do you keep changing, you piece of shit? I think, like, one of them... I think I need to make sure that they're all good. Before they all start sending, I think I need to make sure that all of them are good. Because I think it changes the orientation. Let's go to the end. Or what if I just teleport the whole ass fucking... I don't know why it matters. Let's just teleport the whole ass thing. Okay, let's go to the end. Or no, the nether. And do that. And... Okay. Because I think... Because I'm in different orientations and it's not... okay, I think I see what's happening here. Hold on. So we're gonna do... all of it. All right. So then if we place down these guys... And this needs to go up. Please up for you. So none of you, and none of you. Okay, finally, jeez. No, you're not working. You're supposed to go only up. What if we put... You know what? That's fine, I guess. So let's put a block breaker now. We are finally on this. Let's put a block breaker. And let's get ourselves this guy. And we're going to put... I swear we're almost done. We're going to do... This gets everything. And it's also going to get a drops teleporter. And up to our smithing. And we're going to put you just right in here, buddy. And we're going to put that we want to break, we want time crystals. We want time crystal items. And we're going to give you some power here in a minute after we move you. So you need to be... Nope. Right there. Like that. So you need to check that, but we're only breaking time crystals. Okay, so now I believe... So as... So let's see here. I think we're about to start getting a shit ton of time crystals. Because what's going to happen here is that as this bud right here... No, as these crystals grow on the bud itself... Actually, you know what I can do? Can I get more of these guys? Okay. So that means we can just increase this. So that's being powered. Okay. So really all we gotta do is break one. That. That's all we need to break right there. So as... Yeah, that looks good. So as this guy breaks, it'll be making some more time crystals and what do you want? Yeah, it'll be as we break this will slowly start to deplete and it'll revert back to like 0 and then immediately start to absorb the overworld, which then it'll go into here and go into stage 1. So let's power this. Uh uh why did... What? I want Time crystals. There we go. Bye. And it's immediately back because okay, so it's working. It's doing what we want. Cool. All right. We're doing the thing. So as it's breaking, we are getting time crystals in here. Nice. And yeah, as it breaks, it immediately goes to the nether. But because I have all these growth accelerators, it goes really fast and then goes to the end. And then it accelerates really fast and then comes all the way back here. So that's pretty much what we got going on here. And yeah, now we have time crystals. We're generating a bunch of time crystals. And that's basically just Iris things. Just Iris things time crystals. Let me go and... Oh, yeah, see, why does this have no power? Let's get small. Go right there. There we go. Now all these guys are working as they should. I don't know why that broke, but I do need to go to the... Because I've added these guys, actually, I don't think we need this one. Because it doesn't seem like it worked anyway. So we're just going to have these accelerators, and then if we go to first the nether, and we make sure that this is powering everything, then we go to the end, and also we don't need that, and we make sure that this is powering everything. Perfect. And yeah, that was it, like immediately. Look at that. It just comes all the way back. Yeah, I hope that wasn't too difficult to kind of follow along. I know it is kind of weird how you work these time crystals, but basically they have to go to all three dimensions and absorb their power to move on to the next stage. And then you can use the swapper to like teleport them around and everything to absorb all that stuff. And you can see that we are in fact making a bunch of time crystals. And then we have the just dyers things. Blackstone. Let's cover that hole up. Boop. Yeah, we have a bunch of the just dyers things here going on, and we can make like the eclipse, any form of block that we need. It's not going to be the fastest, but as long as we can keep tick accelerating the shadow pulse goo, then it'll go really fast. Yeah, so that's pretty much today's episode. We did a whole bunch of just dire things, part 2, which was taking care of some stuff that we needed for the star. Control O. And we basically needed the paradox machines, which requires time crystal blocks. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Just oh, I also need to automate some time fluid. That's some other stuff. But yeah, we gotta automate the time fluid so that we can make this automatically and make the Oblivion Star. Let me see, did we need anything else from just Star's things? I don't think so. I think some of the stuff that we need, like I said, is actually additions. So let me actually add that. Let me actually add additions. Actually additions. Back to the star. Actually additions is an annoying mod. Yeah, so we made the Eclipse Ember block, so that one's good. We need to get into some Ender IO. We're almost there. So actually additions, Ender IO, we already have Draconic Revolution, we already have Forbidden Arcanus on the list. Actually additions. I need to set that automation up. And then Ars Nouveau as well. We'll get into that one really easily. This thing is pretty much done. Because quantum, do I even have this? Oh, I need to set up an in-world explosion. Probably I could easily set this up. This will be like a placer inside a cube of yeah, I could set up placers on top of TNT. Yeah. I think I could probably do that. Oh my god, shut up. You know what? We're going to set up a guy here. Anchor. And what are you? Um let's look at just dire things. Can we do it just dire things? Flamethrower mechanism. Maybe time crystal? Teleport? No, not shulker teleport. We want amethyst. This one. And then edit this anchor, and we're gonna go like 16. Large amethyst bud. We're just gonna muffle all the amethyst stuff. Maybe that'll stop it. If not, I'll just put a muffle block along like side it. But yeah, so I think we have like pretty much just this. You don't want to shut up, huh? The fuck? Where did it just go? Teleport this muffle block around with you, buddy. Yeah, shut up. All right, anyway. Yeah, so we have like our next few episodes pretty much beautiful. Good. We have our next few episodes set up right here cuz I do need to get like further into mechanism. I need to set up the um reactor and everything so that I can start getting antimatter. Oh, I just had to stretch a little bit. But we're definitely getting real close and at the same time like enjoying the mod as we should. We don't need that. I am gonna mess around with the particle accelerator from Auratech, like off camera, because that's not necessarily star related. I just want to play with it. I'm just gonna play with the particle accelerator, no big deal. And that'll be between episodes, and I'll probably show you guys like what's going on with it, just in case you guys want to actually mess around. And I still want to make this freaking chalice, so I'll be working on that eventually. But yeah, that's today's episode. If you guys made it this far, I'd appreciate a like, maybe a subscribe, you know, just like one of them or something like that. One of those, both of them, whatever you feel like, you know. And I'll go ahead and shout out. Oh, one more thing. Haha, look, saving this for last. Look at this weird thing. Look at it. It's freaking weird, bro. Apparently there's an egg in there. It's not showing. It's not rendering that there's an egg. But anyway, this is a Schrodinger safe, and I had to like look up how to do this, and it's basically just a energy storage type thing. There's Schrodinger Auratech right down here. So hold on, shift. So you can see the low capacity, medium capacity, high capacity. Right now I have a medium capacity dragon egg in there, and a high capacity one would be a black hole. I want to get a black hole, but we'll get there eventually. Basically, that's what this thing is, the capacity multiplier, and then you can shoot it with lasers, and it'll increase the storage of this bad boy. Like, I just want to... Oh, there's the egg. I just wanted to show this freaking thing off. It's really cool. But yeah, if you want to play some All the Mods 10 and you don't have anywhere to play it, you want to play it with some friends, you can come and join us on the server here. I have the link down in the description below to my Discord, where you can click on that and join the Discord, and we'll follow through a couple of the steps to get you whitelisted onto the server, and then you can go ahead and start playing. So yeah, that'd be really cool if you could come join us, come join the community. That'd be great. But if not, that's totally fine too, and you can keep on watching. And I hope to see you in the next episode. And until then, stay stringy.